Hi, I'm Ginny, and I am starting a new adventure that I thought I would share with you. I'm hoping that this account will make me accountable. I recently got made redundant, and as a Gen Xer, sorry about that, um, I I've just been looking at different opportunities out there, and right now within the UK, the job market is incredibly challenging. I've done a number of sent out a number of CVs, and I know people who are currently in the market who've sent out 400 CVs and not had anything back. I know people who have been looking for over a year trying to find jobs, and if you just go into LinkedIn, you'll see so many different options. So I'm just going to turn this round because I think I've got it the wrong way. Now you can see how dirty my back screen is. So I've just taken my daughter to a scout camp, and it is incredibly dry and incredibly dusty around here. So it's been very, very challenging trying to get the car done. So with a very, very mucky, dirty window, but it's all good. We are very much focused on where we're going to go next. So it's just a real challenge. So one of the things that I've decided to do is to do a short video every day, showing about what my progress is, solely to keep myself accountable. If this helps anyone, great. Bummer. Otherwise, this is just for me to make myself constantly keeping up to date with what's going on. As you can see, I'm looking a little bit rough, but I'm on the mum train of getting their kids to summer camp, and my focus now over the next, I've set myself a 100-day challenge. So I've been listening to whether it's Gary Vee or Alex Hormozy on, if you are looking to help launch a business, content is going to be key. So they're constantly throwing around, yes, you can send 100 pieces of content every single day. And it's like, whoa, where am I going to find 100 bits of content? So I'm going to spend the next 100 days working towards being able to produce 100 pieces of content every day. So for me, I'm somebody who, if I'm going to be consistent, if I tried to do 100 in the first day, I would never get there. So slowly but surely, I'm constantly working towards getting as much content as possible. So for the first week, I'm going to be starting with 12 pieces of content every day. I wasn't anyone that used Instagram, so every time I'm trying to post or do anything, it's taken me much longer than I expected it to. So where I am posting today is Substack, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and maybe one or two others, but I think I might settle for those, which is enough, to be fair. Just so that I can get my groove, and Facebook as well. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is the format that I'm going to be doing these videos, because for me, I cannot, in order to stay consistent, I can't be dealing with like lots of production and various lighting and mics. I will try and do a mic every now and again. I just don't have one with me. Various mics and all of that stuff, because I'll never get it done. So for me, I just need to press record, and whatever on my mind, I'm going to do it. So Held Recovery is a business that's going to be focusing around women's healthcare, and especially women who have just come through childbirth. So one of the reasons that I started to do this is that I had my daughter some time ago, and a colleague of mine in work was had a really challenging birth. And I just couldn't believe that nothing had changed in over a decade. Nothing has changed when it comes to the support for women after childbirth. A lot of women don't even know exactly what is available to them, what they should be having, how their body has changed, how childbirth changes their hormones. The common theme is that, especially in the UK, you have a 6-week checkup, 10 minutes. And when I've been speaking to mums, the challenging part of that is that people are too scared to say anything. They're too scared to say, I'm finding it challenging, because people are expecting mums just to bounce back, just because that women have been having children since the dawn of time. And people will hear, oh, they were working in the fields, they just dropped the baby and within a day they were working in the fields. Yeah, but that does not mean that they've recovered. They've just been forced to go back to work. That's not a standard that we want to get through to. There's a lot of talk at the moment. Yvette Cooper in the UK is a new health minister, and she's talking about changing maternity rules and processes. But they've been saying that for a long time. So let's wait and see if anything actually changes. My focus is going to be on creating a premium service for women who initially have the money to pay for additional support. But so many women are now going private, whether it's private maternity care, whether it's just simply having a scan outside of the NHS, or if it's, and for those who are not familiar with the NHS, that's the National Health Service. And they're just doing lots of different things. And there are women who are now deciding, who maybe had a bit of a traumatic birth in the NHS and have decided to go private. I've read stories and heard stories of parents paying for their children to have private maternity care because of how difficult it was their first time. So one of the things that Held Recovery will do is it will support the woman across her 3rd and 4th trimester to make sure that that we put together a group of experts who can support her throughout that recovery period. So my goal long term is to make sure that women recover faster and have more confidence and clarity. But that's going to be, that's something that we're building towards. That's something we can't promise from day one because every woman is different. And what I want to make sure is us women are focused on building their birth plan, which they spend weeks and months, I did, that they're also thinking about their recovery, and also being aware of what they need to recover to make sure that they're stronger and healthier, so that they are in the right mindset and also able to enjoy motherhood. So that's my goal. So every day I'm going to be updating on what's happening with my content challenge, where I've been posting, where I'm finding it challenging. I did quite like Substack, actually. I quite like that written word and going back to just writing long form. I did my first reel on Facebook today. First or second reel on Instagram. And this afternoon, I'm going to be going back. I'm driving back now, about to just, like I said, drop my kid off at summer camp. Is head to finish off. I did 6 this morning. I'm going to try and do another 6 this afternoon. Get that complete. So I've done my 12. Cha-ching. I'm using both Chat and Claude to support me with producing key content, and I'm also going to be using Score App, because part of the thing that if nothing, I want to be able to offer women a free postnatal, so we call it postnatal in the UK, postpartum the rest of the world, recovery check, where you go and do a short 3-minute assessment, and it'll give you a rough idea of the things that you might need to prep for and where you might have a slight knowledge gap. So we're going to be supported by midwives, pelvic floor specialists, nutritionists, mental health therapists. It is going to be shit hot. Because women deserve it. Women deserve to recover. I was looking at some numbers, and you look back and think most surgical operations have a planned recovery, but childbirth doesn't. And if the wound that a woman suffers when she's given childbirth was anywhere else on her body, she'd be in ICU. She'd have a recovery plan. She wouldn't be home within 24 hours or 12 hours like some women are. So, so I'm just stopping this now. I am going to upload this straight away. That's going to be the format. Otherwise, I will procrastinate and it won't get done. So, lovely to meet you all. Congratulations, Ginny, on doing your first post for Held Recovery, helping create a platform that every woman deserves to have structured recovery after childbirth. And that's going to be my mantra moving forward. And that's every woman deserves structured recovery after childbirth. And that's what Held Recovery will be all about. So all the best. And yeah, look, hopefully you can join me on my journey. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.